straight. Richard, it is a bit of a different feeling here tonight because it is knockout play now. We had group stages, 8 weeks of group stages back in November and December last year. Now we're here for the knockout stage when the cash really starts to come out and play.
The cash comes out to play, and I think the implications come out to play as well. Those couple of club spots cannot be understated at how important they are, Brandon. I really think that the pressure is going to play a part in this tournament, and I think it's really not necessarily the best mechanical team, not necessarily the best team who can play FIFA 23. It's going to be the best team who can deal with the situation, deal with the pressure.
Yeah, well, it's great you say that, isn't it? Because you get $25,000, of course, split if you win the competition. $50,000 does go to the top team on Wednesday night. But you're right, that FIFA E Club World Cup spot, you cannot put a price on that one. As we said, only 2 teams can get those spots. This is our first quarter-final of today. As we said, Complexity will take on PSG. And I think you're right, you spoke about PSG a lot in the preview. They are a surprise package, a huge football club with so much pressure behind those 2 players. But for me, they were a surprise package because maybe there was other teams in that group that FIFA fans around the world would have said, look, they're going through. But the 2 French players have been superb. Only lost 1 game in the group stages. They deserve to be in the top 8. The problem is, they're up against a 2v2 team that have been playing their FIFA for many years now, previous 2v2 world champions.
I think coming into this game, if you're talking about the preparation and maybe even the words that are being spread around PSG in particular, a lot of people are fearful of how good they've looked in warm-ups, in scrims, in these games leading up to the tournament. They have been, I mean, to take a word from the community, they've been frying. They've been sending people back to school with a number of their performances. Can that be replicated here on the biggest stage of them all, the biggest stage that they've played in their FIFA esports career so far?
Your first time tuning into the EA Sports Cup, you come at a perfect time. Quarter-finals, live in London. 4 games coming your way back-to-back today. PSG looking to get the first real chance of the game. It's Ronaldinho off the get-go. It's a great bit of trickery. Van der Sar has to get down to ground. As we said, FIFA Ultimate Team is the mode in play. As well, wondering why these teams are so stacked. These pro players have got access to pretty much every single player in the game just for tonight. And that is why you are seeing icons galore everywhere. We just saw a first chance of the game on one side from PSG. One man that's popped up on 2 occasions already, Rich, is Ronaldinho.
Yeah, he had that chance for PSG. The only reason that they got that chance was because both players pressed really, really well. It was, I think, in the middle of the pitch, Ruud Gullit who had it, and they just instantly zapped onto him. They won the ball back high in the Complexity game in half. In the end, probably should be 1-0 up. Went for the ball roll, sort of variation, heel to heel, around the keeper. It was a good save from Van der Sar, but I love the early pressure and the early press coming out from PSG Esports.
One thing we have to also talk about here as well is in group play, it was 1 game, 1 and done. Yes, you played everybody twice, but it was a single leg. You got 3 points after, 1 simple game of FIFA. With these being knockouts, it's a 2-legged aggregate scoreline game. How's that going to change things here, Rich? Because yes, FIFA Esports is going to be played over 2 legs, but in this competition, it's the first night where it has been.
Well, it gives teams more time. That's the biggest sort of element of it, whether that's positive or negative time. Positive in the factor that if you're down to 3 goals in the first leg, it's not game over. You've got time to bring it back. If you are leading, you've got a long time to see out the game.
It's Complexity now. Remember, past 2v2 world champions. It's the same duo with Maxi and Johnson. Been playing their FIFA together since 2019. It's a few years they've had representing the American esports organisation. They are the only team outside of Europe that have got this far. By no means, you cannot look past that incredible achievement. Here comes a corner. Yeah, Torre was man marking Virgil van Dijk there, and our first set piece of tonight's action dealt with the
one at home for you. If you are looking to potentially get a set piece from a corner and turn it into a goal, you saw that he put the right analog stick all the way to the right hand side of the ball, get that in-swinging curve on it, and attempted to whip it into a dangerous area with a lot of pace and a lot of power.
See you guys at home get involved in the conversation. Let us know in the chat. That'll be Twitch or YouTube. Who do you think is going all all the way in the EA Sports Cup. Of course, that question will be answered on Wednesday night tonight. We'll find out when 4 teams will be booking themselves into the semi-finals. So bagging decent cash along the way. Here's R9 dancing in the box quite literally. Great save. Needed Van der Sar again, who has made 1 or 2 stops early into the games. Needs that extra touch to pounce onto the ball there. Get 2 hands on. I was just looking through the list of players, Rich, that have made it into this top 8 today. Roxanne, believe it or not, is the oldest player left in the tournament. He's only 24, but in that time, look what he's achieved in this FIFA scene. He has got some incredible accolades. What Maxi and Jockson have as a team, yes, you can look back at Denmark last year, Copenhagen, which was a month to forget about. Look how that's changed this year into FIFA 23 and what team they still are a force to be reckoned with.
I think what they've done, Michael alluded to it at the top of the show, if they had some weaknesses, find them out, sort of de-stress the situation that was there when they weren't performing well. There might have been in the past blame placed on each other. Now, it's a very level playing field. They're a very good team. I'll probably say they're one of the best teams in terms of 2 players who have chemistry, sort of bring each other up and make each other better, that we've got left in this top 8. And that's simply as well because of how long we've seen them together for. They've established this chemistry and this teamwork.
Speaking of complexity now, Mbappe just charging forward. Van der Sar also comes charging out of goal. All right, look at the run they had. They topped the group in Group A. First place, they got 15 points behind them. Yes, they scored 14, conceded 10. Still, top of the group, gave themselves, you could call that slight advantage, but no one's an advantage here. Ball across the box, away by Astrid Vieira, who will come in as a centre-back again.
It's a huge, huge clearance. Can't understand how important that was, because it looked as though Amar, light blue cursor in the bottom right, was in on goal with Ronaldo Nazario. The cross was whipped in, and Vieira just about cleared it from underneath his own crossbar. PSG looking very, very dangerous, but then Maxi had a good chance. A couple of step over to Mbappe to create the space. Couldn't quite get the shot away.
Well, obviously 2v2 for these 2 players controlling 11 players on the pitch. Keep an eye on those little cursors above the game items. Then one side you can see a blue and a sort of turquoise green. On the flip side it's yellow and red. Here's Pele now on the edge of the box. Well, time it green again. Vieira just about he's up the perfect block there. Sound so far, have complexity be? Trying to really look, Richard, what's changed since the break in terms of team? Not much really. We know the likes of Mbappe's had a upgrade on his first item. Yaya Toure won't be moved. That World Cup upgrade still features, if not Zidane, alongside Bullet. Half time here in our first quarter final. 0-0 so far. As expected, it is going to be a little bit of a feeling out stage.
You're talking about the teams in particular. It's the prime icon involving the team. You can see conversations there ongoing between both sets of players.
Rather interesting that Amar chooses to back his headphones on with the music full blast and teammate in Kante just soaking up the atmosphere. Arena here in London. Duo this PSG side in Kante. Sign for the club. But for now we'll catch up more on that. For now let's head down to Carl Walker, who is alongside some of the people that might be feeling a little bit nervous tonight.
Thank you, Brandon. Yes, I am indeed. You're obviously the coach for RB Leipzig. Your game, a huge game coming up next. Let's talk about this one. We're 45 minutes here. Obviously, we've got 2 legs, slightly different to the 8 weeks that we had previously. How difficult is it adjusting from game ensuring that you don't give a mistake away? And you're the coach, and you're sitting back, you're watching the guys play, making sure that there's a balance between not giving a mistake away, but also going forward and scoring.
Quarterfinals today, like the first game, so it's hard to find the right way to take risk and just to play safe.
Well, they're not playing safe because they've started the second half, so let's get straight back to Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley.
Thank you very much, Carl. Great to hear there from the man behind the success of RB Leipzig. Could be a chance early doors in this second half. Lucio is one of the other foot heroes that will feature in this side for PSG. But just on that point, very quickly, Richard, of RB Leipzig, that is top their group, have the tally for the most goals scored and points accumulated in this tournament.
I've got a question for you, Brandon. Obviously, we've got the chat open. We can see it. Kyle just asked a question, so I'm going to do the same to you. Someone said, why is no one using Dallo at right back? That was a genuine question that came through the chat. Thoughts?
It's a left shout, isn't it?
It's left field. Plays at right back. Maybe we'll see him one day.
But if you've got the coins, you can fit straight into the team. One more pass. Here's Ronaldinho. Great save. Van der Sar. Fantastic chance early on, and it's no surprise it has fallen through the hands of Ronaldinho. Can we see from this corner, whipped in deep, and Van der Sar, 2 hands on it. Continue on the answer to that question. I mean, there's just better right backs available for these guys to use. Cafu, that player of choice for both of these two teams, and to be honest, will probably be the option of choice across the next 6 teams you see involved tonight.
PSG, first half, they were, you would say, the slightly more proactive team, but this opening 13 minutes, from what we've seen from complexity, they're getting down the flanks, they're getting a lot of space in these dangerous wide areas.
Maxi now in control, Ronaldinho on a play, oh no, there's your first shot really from Johnson in the box! And who else would it be? Mr. Reliable as always, no matter where it is, no matter what time of day, Ronaldo Nazario to get things moving, complexity lead by 1-0.
Just gave Maxi out wide with Ronaldinho way too much time. The difference between the casual player sitting at home and these players behind us in this booth, the top 8 teams in the world, as soon as he got inside the box, he popped off the step-overs, the calmness. Some players at home, they might try and look for a finesse shot in the far corner, they might try and do another skill move, you've just been successful, pop off another one. It was the teamwork, it was the composure just to lay it off into Joksan, who has Ronaldo Nazario, and it's always going to be a goal. Great play. Poor defensively from PSG, because I said the wide areas was where they could get in behind complexity, and they just left the space there. They didn't track the runner of Ronaldinho, he just ran straight off of the right back, and we can see that right back's being changed because Trent Alexander-Arnold is now on the pitch.
There was a list of right backs that you guys hope want to see involved. Trent Alexander-Arnold comes into the fold. Clearly, it's as harsh as you can see. You were terrible there. You didn't stop Ronaldinho. Get yourself off.
Yeah, Trent, you're on.
Trent, you're on. Try and make something happen. How many times we teased that, Rich? Ronaldinho has caused issues on both sides of the pitch.
Look where the play is again. This left-hand side of the pitch, PSG's right side, is where complexity came in and getting all their play at this moment. And they've also compounded the misery because they've just brought a brand new left back on. Alphonso Davies is now on the pitch at left back.
Well, PSG.
No keeper movement, this could be dangerous.
Watch this corner then. Pele's over it. It's Maxi taking the corner. Joksan teasing Hulick's run in the box. There's also a run from R9 there. Flicked it on. There was an idea. There's another corner that's been won. Expect to see across tonight 3, 4, 5 different ideas from these set pieces. Especially how low the score in some of these games are going to be. Towards the back post, there you go! If plan A or B doesn't work, let's go for plan C!
We said the goalkeeper movement wasn't there. It didn't tempt them into trying to shoot maybe, or looking for something different. It was just a whip with some serious venom into the back post area. And we're showing you all the tricks of the trade here tonight. 3 or 4 different corner techniques that you could be pulling out of your locker, and who else? Back post.
Especially tonight, Richard, of all nights. Corner can be the different kind of
You pull out the ace in the hole, shall we say. This is where you pull out the thing that you've not shown on your live stream, you've not shown in qualifiers to other players, the thing that you've been working on behind closed doors. This is the time to pull out that free kick, to pull out that corner.
It could be worth, Rich.
25k.
25,000 That is what you'll get with a win in a quarter-final here tonight. 2-0 they lead. Yes, there's a second leg to play, but this is the sort of scoreline where it's a horrible scoreline in some ways.
Especially against such a good defensive side, a renowned defensive side.
Ronaldinho just charging forward for PSG. Great save again. Van der Sar has been a hero. Will he be a hero again this time? Mbappe, the Frenchman, will pick PSG up off their knees and say, come on, we've still got a second leg to play.
And we talked about the ice inside the box. It wasn't there for Encante. He shot straight at the keeper, but he got another bite at the cherry. Kylian Mbappe, couple of step overs inside the box, reclaimed and recarved himself.
Massive goal.
Great finish as well. I didn't think Van der Sar was going to be beat in this first leg. He looked like a man possessed.
The composure there from Kante. It was Hail Mary in that box, wasn't it? There were chances, there were saves, the ball was bouncing around, and you spoke about, Rich, what makes the difference between the casual and the pro player. Look no further, the composure there from Encante. Couple of step overs into the top corner. Just like that, PSG have now suddenly got this confidence. Look, why not? Why can't we go and find an equaliser? They've won a corner.
See how dangerous they've been already today. We only had 74 minutes of gameplay. And each corner is like a chess match. How far do you move the keeper? Where do you move your defenders to inside the box? Look at the red and yellow icons of complexity. They've got Vieira and they had Ruud Gullit. They're putting their best headed players into that area.
Here we go, it could be a flick on. There was an idea from Gullit. The head will fall to blue shirt. Doing their bit to try and keep hold of the ball. Move it forward, maybe, to go and get another 2-goal cushion, which would be massive. As we said, still a second leg to be played. Aggregate scoreline will go across that match. That goal does, though. PSG. Massive. We know how little the deficit is. Maybe it could be 2 again. Cuts it back inside. Superb defending brave from the Brazilian. That time, Christopher Nkunku having to get back. Interesting players mixed into the play here.
Nice play inside the box from Complexity Gaming, just looking for that step over. It's been such a pivotal skill move. We've seen a lot of it in and around the box. You get that little speed boost from it as well, and try and either open up space for a teammate or get a shot away yourself. Great first leg here of the EA Sports Cup.
What's the ongoing run there on the left-hand side? Mbappe. Oh no, and I think he was just offside. He won't make their run anyway. It's Cafu. Back round to deal with the danger. Again, it's Ronaldinho again, just causing problems down his left-hand side. Can he find a cut back into the box now? Ronaldinho, great feed. Back to Joksan. Corner where Complexity have already scored from. Plan have they got this time from the set piece? This time it's played short to Pele. Keep the ball. Cycled all the way round. Keep possession.
They don't want to be in danger of forcing the turnover, and PSG Sports having the final attack of this game. They're going to hold the ball, they're going to wait until that stoppage time, injury time comes up. They've got 2 additional minutes and now they'll try and go forward, but giving a lot of ball out of play gives PSG a chance to level up going into leg 2.
Last roll of the dice. PSG, if there's enough time, there is about 10 in-game seconds left to get the ball over the halfway line, which they've done.
We'll get a chance.
I think it will just be offside, and that will do us at the halfway point. Remember, this isn't done yet by any means. There is still a second leg to follow between these 2 giants. At the halfway point, Complexity leads PSG by 2 goals to 1. It could have been a 2-goal advantage to take into the break, but that Mbappe goal was massive for PSG, just to get them back believing, back thinking, look, we've made it this far, why can't we go the way?
PSG potentially could feel hard done by, could not scored more. A couple of great saves from Van der Sar in the complexity goal. It was that early chance, the sort of 4-all heel to heel. If you look for a different variation, potentially we could be looking at a tied game right now. 2-1. Complexity Gaming take a very, very narrow scoreline margin into the second leg of action.
Like I said, lots more to come here tonight. For now, we're going to go to a quick break. When we return, second leg between these two giants in our first quarter-final of the EA Sports Cup. We're back in a few. Welcome back to London for the EA Sports Cup. You're joining us for no doubt one of the best weeks of action. Remember, we've got gameplay today and Wednesday. By Wednesday night here in London, we'll crown our winner of this tournament, picking up $1,000. Myself, Brandon Smith, and Richard Buckley guiding you through our first quarter-final today. Well, at the halfway point, Rich, there's still half a story to tell. This game is still very much open.
Yeah, this game is way, way up in the balance right now. It's up in the sky. Nobody really has taken advantage of it. This was a huge chance early doors for PSG Esports to open the scoreline after 3 minutes. They had a second chance, which was tipped into a dangerous area from Edwin van der Sar. Complexity came down the other end with Kylian Mbappe just nudged off of it, but it was in the second half where Complexity really got going, and look where all these chances are being created from.
Absolutely, it's that Brazilian man on the left-hand side. Then this happened, Rich, just before the 60th minute. It was Maxi into Joktan, and it was Arnaud Ronaldo getting that American side off the mark after about 5 more minutes and a few corners. It was Virgil van Dijk's time to double the lead, and then this chance happened. It was a chance missed originally by Nkante, and then this piece of composure from who else than Mbappe to bring them back into the tie. There was more chances, and there is still a second leg to play here. Do not go anywhere, and do not leave your screens. This was the match stats, though, Richard, from the game.
Yeah, you can see the overall there from the match. I think what I want to draw your attention to, the passes from Complexity. 163 passes, sort of, I wouldn't say dominating the ball, but dominating large portions of the game. And you also saw down there as well, not many tackles, not many interceptions. It wasn't really a scrappy game. It was quite end-to-end. And I'm a little bit shocked, to be honest, that the XG wasn't higher with the amount of chances that we created. We can see you all at home on the Twitch chat, and I've got one very, very simple question for you. Who do you think is going to go through? Put a C in the chat if you think it's going to be Complexity. Put a P if you think it's going to be PSG. I want to see it fill up.
Or if you're not that lazy, you can put an XG on the end as well, maybe PSG on the end. See what you think is going to win this one. This is a 2-legged game of FIFA. As it stands, at the halfway point, Complexity lead by 2-1 as Richardson. Let us know in the chat who you think is going to come out on top in this one. PSG now back in their traditional home strip from left to right in this one. Complexity in the red. Changes this time, which feels crazy, Rich. We'll go from 18 down to 7 after this game. Say goodbye to another team. This is going to be a brilliant start. Clever pass. For a second, I thought R9 was just going to chest it down there and go on his own, but he looks for the flick on.
We can see a lot of C's, a lot of Complexity love in that Twitch chat right now. See if the Twitch chat is right on their assumptions. As we all know, the Twitch chat is never wrong. So whatever happens, they'll be right.
just to tease this one to you as well, next game tonight, we'll see Fnatic take on RB Leipzig. We are talking Tex, we're talking Anders, we're talking the world champion Umit. Of course, Diogo Mendes. Game, that one plans to be. What a chance this could be.
Scrappy on the edge of the box there. Look at that piece of play from Complexity.
Yeah, Rich, who is it at the back? That man Vieira. All the danger. Complexity just had another one on their tally. It will take a little bit of pressure off them. Flip side will mean that we have to see PSG come out. Try and go for the game. In this game, you are into Wednesday's semi-finals. Top 4 guaranteed, $25,000 also in your back pocket. Weeks of hard work and maybe Complexity, Rich, hours of travelling.
Then to get over, they got here on Thursday, so they've been here quite a few days, acclimatising to the time zone, getting some EU practice in, which is really, really important as well. And they feel good. If it's level in the second leg, they'll be in the semi-finals. More Complexity gaming. They'll be coming back on Wednesday.
Also sort of said in a couple of interviews they feel like they've got a point to prove after what they've achieved in past years. Yes, as I said, it wasn't a great 22 for them. I understand they were grouped. Copenhagen, the Club World Cup tournament, they've had so much success in past times. The page has been turned. They won 4 games in the group stages, drew 3 of them, then they lost 1 game, and that was to MGCF, the Brazilian side, who didn't even make it into the knockout stages. Weeks on from that. 2 goals to 1. As it stands, what a ball this could be! Great. Trickery there.
Just a unique pass as well. Very rarely do we see a chipped ball into the box like that on a slightly sort of more direct angle. Went to just diagonal it in. PSG showing us a few different passes and I'm not going to call it desperate, but attempts at getting that ball into dangerous areas. They've still got a lot of time left to play.
So far though, Rich, we spoke about possession and passes last game. First 30 minutes here, it's been all there.
Complexity is so dangerous though.
One attack like this, the rest could be history. Ronaldinho down that byline where it's so hard to defend. It is. Well, that time though. Massive switch of play. Mendy. Ronaldinho, no way through. Defended well by Complexity through Red Church, just around the Brazilian icon. This is nice. The nice triangles in and around the box. Stopped in the tracks. Tries it down and pull it. Not a bad partnership then to controlling pretty much everything in front of that back four.
One thing I've noticed straight away in this second leg, they're a lot more tentative defensively are PSG to pull players out of position. They're not allowing the space out wide in those areas where Complexity hurt them in the first leg.
Oh no. Finds Ronaldinho, good feet. This is Encante. Oh, lovely cutback. And Mbappe! Who else would it be? He struck once in the first time and he strikes for a second time in the second leg. And just like that, a 2-goal cushion wiped away. Back to square one. Game on.
Fabulous dribbling inside the box. He saw Vieira. He had Ronaldinho in his path and he saw him just sort of backing off. Didn't really fancy the tackle. It was an outstanding couple of step overs to create the space and then fire that ball back into a dangerous area. Just putting it on a plate.
Whatever they've done to Mbappe or whatever he's done to his own in-game item across that incredible World Cup campaign he had in that final has made him into even more of a monster.
And I'm sure that we've probably got an inevitable team of the year, Mbappe right around the corner.
Indeed. else? Who else would it be? Just tastes that a little bit better, doesn't it, for the PSG players? He's the only PSG man on the pitch, scoring both of your goals. Still got 45 minutes of this. Here's R9 into the box. Amar looking for his teammate. Amar still on his own. Good feet, brilliant feet. Is he going to come back for a second time? It nearly did.
It just had to offload it. He'll be kicking himself right there because he did so well inside the box. The ball will scoop turn to create the space. And I think there was just a pass to his left-hand side, just a simple knock across the box.
I think we've all been there, Rich, isn't it, when you're those runs. Just doesn't stop, does it? The skills are there, the combinations are there, and the space is just opening up, maybe. In hindsight, the pass would have made all the difference.
One-way traffic, wasn't it, PSG? All Amar and Enkante in that opening 45.
As well for the Moles, it's like, look, it's not a full-time goal. Got to go out, put in a big performance. No doubt, with some pressure on their shoulders. This is the best run we've seen from PSG in a long time. You cannot forget, Rich, the roster of players they've had in past times, the success they've had, the level of French players on their books.
It's one of the biggest football clubs in world football, PSG. I mean, when you look at that team, there has to be a level of performance with it. And in previous FIFAs, there's been some great players there that have done some fantastic things. But if they were to progress through to the top four, it would be one of their crowning achievements as an esports team, PSG.
I have to remember what group they came out of as well, Rich. Ajax were in that group, and so are Man City.
And Heretics. This is a big chance, though, from a free kick.
Complexity. The golden chance it. 22 metres out, player on the line. This could be a $25,000 free kick. He plays it short instead. Great feet from R9. Still R9, reverse elastico, and somehow it finds its way into the back of the net. I wasn't sure what was going on from that free kick. They played it short. Then it just became a little bit of a skill compilation. The next thing you know, it's in the back of the net. Complexity back in front, 3-2.
Oh, that's going to be in every single replay package throughout the day. What a finish. We just hear there a couple of words coming out from J-Mark talking about
on the replay again.
sticking in the formation, not changing. You've got the lead. Let's try and build on that now. It was a lateral heel-to-heel, which is a skill move we rarely see. Then a La Croqueta, a reverse elastico around the corner. It's such a great finish. I want to see it again. Look, I want to see this goal again. Thank you, production, for supplying the goods. The lateral heel-to-heel into the La Croqueta, into the reverse elastico. Well, look, for all that great play, for all that great attacking play, I'm asking questions of Henry van der Sar. He's got quite a lot to it, I think.
Well, that was Joxan, the captain of this team. He said he was the oldest competitor left in the tournament. That was the extra couple of years of experience showing from the Mexican. Well, they've had a lead twice now in this tie. Can they hold on to it? This time round, there is going to be an instant reply from PSG, who naturally in that pause, Rich, have probably changed a lot of things.
Well, they had to, didn't they? I mean, complexity now from quite a poor second leg, you would say. First half, they were under the cosh. Now back in front.
Pele, corner. PSG's turn to make something happen. They scored a corner, which was pretty remarkable in the group stages against Ajax. They always have a surprise package up their sleeve, do the French duo. This time, what have they got? Mbappe teased there. You can just see his run. He's in a battle with Zidane. He's going to then fake it back outside. There's Hullet towards the front post. Hullet's there!
Good contact. Good set piece. Just too much on it from Ruud Hullet. Powering the headers right over the crossbar. Again, I love the variations in the set pieces, whether it's Joxan and Maxi or Encante and Amar. They've really taken a look at how this year, with the corners and free kicks being completely revamped, what can they get out of it?
30 minutes away from a top 4 finish Wednesday. They'll be back in action. Whoever wins this game, Complexity could be that team.
Heavy touch.
Kunku does get dispossessed. We'll jump back into a pause again. 29 minutes away. Just a chance to have a chat. Work out how we're going to see this game out for the last 30 minutes.
We're good for now. The resounding message coming out of that Complexity camp. On the other side of the screens, PSG Esports with a very interesting high five. High five meets fist, but it doesn't matter. They have the team cohesion, they have the chemistry. Do they have the minerals to come back from a losing position once again?
They were 2-0 down before in this series. Do not write them off. They have been the surprise package in this tournament. Start to finish.
Could be dangerous.
Mbappe driving. R9 can't find a way round Lucio. However, Complexity still have the ball. Whipped in. Back to R9, the goal scorer of the only goal in this second leg. Bit frantic now as both teams naturally starting to panic. They know what is up for grabs. How close they are getting to the next stage. But also how close to being knocked out of the tournament. Mbappe, he's done it twice before. Can he do it for a third time in a battle there with Vieira? Well played again.
It's all about game management, playing the right pass at the right time for Joxan and Maxi right now.
Taking those extra couple of seconds out the game. If they score one more, it will certainly be game, set, and match.
He's bundled his way through.
Kindly and Kunku. Couple of ball rolls. This is Joxan still down the byline. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Lucio were needed there just to double up to win the ball back for PSG. Awful touch. This could be a gift. He's offside, R9. That is also a gift on the flip side from the linesman.
Pause cued. Probably wanted to get it in just before the free kick was played.
Alphonso Davies in a running race with Pele, who's happy to get back and defend. Hullet. This is nice. Ronaldinho, one more pass back to R9. Good idea with the skills. Unfortunately, the conviction of them just didn't really work.
It's a great tackle at the back.
This could be it, Rich. They can conclude it now, maybe, if they need to. Pele back to R9. One more pass or not! The ultimate killer blow. It was Mbappe that scored the goal against PSG. And that goal there could be the difference to send Complexity into a top 4 semi-final. And PSG back to the hotel to pack their bags.
First plane back tomorrow morning, as it stands.
Well, if there's a time to go into a pause,
This is where you've got to
Richard,
go for it.
it's not a bad time to pause the game for Complexity, though. They wanted the pause. Now they're up by 2 goals on the aggregate scoreline.
Throw numbers forward for PSG Esports. That's the only route to keep yourself alive here in the EA Sports Cup. Complexity are that team. They are that team that seem to pull it out of the fire every single time. They might be underdogs. They might have flown halfway across the world to be here. But they always seem to perform.
No matter how far they have to travel, Rich, as well. Back in Milan all those years ago, they travelled there. One of the penalty shootout in a grand final that was one to remember. Years on, they are still a team. Fair play to Complexity as well. The commitment they've made into this esport. 2019, they signed both of these two.
Lots of conversation in that Complexity camp. I think it's a good thing as well. They were talking about what time to sort of play for the last attack, how they want to try and address this final 10 minutes. You know what you're going to be up against. You know it's going to be an all-out press.
Well, I'd like to sit here and say 2 goals would be enough with just under 10 minutes left, but we've seen some wild things in our time.
Oh.
Vieira's not happy about it, and so he shouldn't be.
Tackle of the day. Sign it off already.
If there is an award for that, then Vieira might be up for that one. Possession changes hands again. Would be remarkable if Mbappe can drive this attack, can get things moving. Mbappe, Amar has to score. He will. That is so special.
What a goal! The step overs proving so strong.
Especially in a moment when you just need someone to step up from the crowd. Grab this game by the scruff of his neck.
He was ice skating around the box.
He's that. Momentum moving now for PSG. Mbappe again. Amar is on the run of his life at the moment. Complexity just doing everything they can as PSG continue to pile on the pressure. It's another win back or not. The ball's bouncing around frantically. It's theirs to hold on to now, Complexity. A minute left plus additional time. Corner given away. It's a tough one.
The composure of that PSG goal as well, just while this is in the corner. He saw the keeper coming out and just took an extra touch past him. One more chance for PSG.
Surely not. Surely not. 2 minutes left on the clock. The pressure.
It's got to go.
The ball has to move. And it has to move quickly. Oh, it's a terrible touch, and Kunku's going to get it back.
Oh, what a tackle!
Yaya Toure. And with that tackle there, Complexity, you can say, are in the top 4 of the EA Sports Cup. $25,000 guaranteed. What an opening matchup we've seen tonight here at the EA Sports Cup. And the best thing of all, we've still got 3 more quarterfinals coming your way.
It really doesn't get much better than that. What an end-to-end game. What a series. Complexity clutching up when they needed to most, but PSG with an outstanding performance. They'll feel hard done by. They feel as though they probably should have got more out of the game. But Complexity guarantee and confirm their spot in the top 4, and they are 2 matches away from being your EA Sports Cup champions.
No matter where it is, Richard, no matter the year, no matter the FIFA title, one thing you can guarantee is Complexity in knockout stages in the tournaments. That's an extra level added onto their perch now. Top 4 guaranteed, $25,000, and the only team, Rich, out of Europe that have made it to the knockout stages go one step further. Let's talk about PSG very quickly. Commiserations to these two. It is a newly created team that has had an unbelievable run. There are moments of magic in that performance. That goal from Amar there at the end. What a run with Mbappe. I know it won't mean much now, but still a top 8 finish in your first 2v2 tournament as a duo is pretty good.
And that's the level of these quarterfinals. PSG win that on any other match, but in the quarterfinals you have to be perfect, and unfortunately they weren't.
There we have it. Quarterfinal 1 done and dusted. Complexity into the semi-finals for now. It's over to Rachel.
Complexity in semi-finals. We're very happy Michael Bell is alongside me. He never doubted them.
It was intense. I felt that some drama in that game.
I mean, can we safely say they're one of the best ever 2v2 partnership, the most established 2v2 partnership?
I definitely think they could be in that Mount Rushmore. Granted, 2v2s haven't been going on that long.
But they've had a lot of success
year after year after year.
They have. I mean, they're 2-time world champions are now into the top 4 in the world again this year. And let's see how they did it then in leg 2. Obviously, they kept taking the lead. PSG kept coming back. In the end, though, this is how they wrapped it up, Mike.
And this is what you would expect in elimination football. Beautiful work there from Ronaldinho. It really starts out. You see the energy in the room. There's fit from PSG, a lot of confidence. You see R9 again working. They're doing a lot of different skill moves here. We've seen a lot of work from the goalkeeper. We've seen a little bit of emotional, shall we say, back there, the reaction. I love this goal. We're going to look at this later. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Individual moments of greatness. You see R9 doing everything on his own, takes the team on his back. I would love to know if that was Josh that scored the goal or maybe Maxi. I think it's the goal of the day. Definitely the goal of the team this far. I know it's just getting underway. You see what's better than a little bit of that extra cushion is giving yourself a 2-goal spread. And they needed that 2-goal spread as well. As you see, this very, very dramatic. But a little bit of a rebuttal. Step overs, always overpowered right now. You're getting tons of those skills, but it was a little too late for PSG to go home slightly early. And you see it kind of closed out there from Dobson and Maxi again. Both guys showing what it means to them as a team, as a collective. And I also think it's another great way to start the day, start the tournament, send a message to them, competition, the only North American team.
Well, especially for Mike Clavel, of course. But in answer to your question there, I think it was Doxan because Maxi's jaw nearly hit the floor there in response to that third goal, which Mike will get.
If it wasn't hit claiming, I'm sure it claimed.
Well, quick word on PSG. Obviously, I think we kind of wrote them off in the first half. They really came back strongly, and they could have almost equalised on 90 minutes.
Well, I also think they should definitely be proud of themselves. To get out of the group stage, I think they were written off for a lot of the fans and also even people on the back end. They weren't going to make it out of the group, and they did that. They got through a lot of different competitors. We talked about the other teams in the group as well, so congratulations to them. They made a good opener for the day.
Top 8 in the world, I mean, massive achievement, I would say. Well, we've teased that third goal then. It was a Yoxan goal because Maxi, like I said, his jaw fell to the floor. Mike, you're going to break that down for us in this analysis presented by PlayStation Tournament.
I would love to, and it's truly just a moment of individual showmanship. You see here, quick brief frame, but I'm going to break down what you see and why it's so important. I said it's a masterclass. He's going to give you this lateral heel-to-heel. You have to beat that first defender, that midfielder in this case. Then you have a cancellation with the cross, the lob defender, going into a reverse elastico for the finish, 5-star weak foot. And you know, it's so nice. Why don't we see it twice? We're just going to bring it back. You don't need anything extra here. Look at this lateral heel-to-heel. There's the cancellation. You resurface the reverse elastico, and you don't have a weak foot. Vanderson's caught out of position. It's just gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. You can insert a superlative here. You name it, we talk about it, but it should definitely be on a top 5. Maybe.
I mean, if the performance wasn't a statement, that from Yoxan as the captain was a massive statement to the entire community.
We talk about being ice cold. You got all the composure. You don't feel the nerves. You're on the biggest stage. You just do out there and you pull that out.
But it's cold outside and it's even colder in here from that performance. Well, let's have a look at the bracket then. Our first teams are into the semi-finals on Wednesday. That goes to Complexity Gaming. 4-3, that win over PSG Esports. Next up, though, let's just cast our eyes downwards. It's a massive matchup. RB Leipzig Gaming. They're probably the most feared, I'm going to say, 2v2 partnership in the competition. Who gets the pleasure? Oh, those two local boys do. It's Team Fnatic up against RB Leipzig Gaming after this short break. Presented by PlayStation Tournaments.
Compete in PlayStation Tournaments. Win your share of cash prizes, FIFA points, and more as you face off in FUT and club competitions. Sign up for weekly and monthly tournaments on your PS4 console or at compete.playstation.com to test your skills on the pitch. Think you have what it takes?
Yes, if you think you've got what it takes, then make sure you get involved. Right, welcome back to the EA Esports Cup. What a first matchup we had. And let me tell you, the drama, the tension is just building. Plenty of FIFA 23 action coming your way. Right, let's introduce our next competitors to the stage. First up, please welcome the team that secured the highest points finish in the entire group stage. The winners of Group B is RB Leipzig. These guys will be looking at their opponents backstage, knowing they've got it all to do. I can quickly chat to them. Welcome, it's great to have you back. Coming straight to you just on this one. Fnatic, Text, Diogo, they'll say they're the best in the world, but you're here to cause an upset tonight.
Of course, we're confident. We finished the group really